Ali, hello. It's lovely to have you with me today.
Hiya, it's good
We've
to
got a
see
bit
you.
of a role reversal on the Reconnections channel today. So, for those of you that haven't met me before, I'm Jenny Moore, and I work with Ali. We're not actually related; we just share the same surname. And we've got some exciting news today. So, I wanted to interview Ali, find out a little bit more about her project that she's been working on behind the scenes, which is now live. And I've got a few questions for you, Ali.
This is role reversal. I'm normally the one in charge, so yeah, I'm going to have to let you take control, aren't I?
I'm the boss today. I'm the
You're
boss.
the boss today.
Just for the next few minutes.
All right then.
So, Ali, what you've been working on for certainly the whole of this year is the new BeMoore Journal. And obviously, the word journal can mean loads and loads of different things. It can mean a blank book. So,
Yeah.
could you just give us a bit of an overview as to what you've been working on and what your journal's all about?
Yeah, so those of you that have been on the web page will know that this is kind of the cover. This is what we have got on the web page available to buy. But you're right, a journal can mean many things. So the purpose of this journal is it's a concise way of getting you to change your thinking. So I don't know about you, but there's loads and loads of self-development journals out there, goal planners, and I've bought loads. I've got a shelf full here of all of these planners and journals that are beautiful. They're all beautiful, but they're quite weighty.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite thick. There's lots and lots of things for you to do in there. And if you are someone whose mindset is a bit like me, which is kind of a bit big picture, needs lots of different things to do, I start it and I can guarantee within about 2 or 3 days, I've just forgotten to do it. And then I think, oh, I forgot to do it. And before you know it, I've kind of lost traction on it.
Yeah.
And then it goes on the shelf.
Yeah.
So I run a program called the Reconnection Program, and in that we are looking at helping you find your positive mindset through positive psychology, and we do a whole number of activities. But one of the key things that I ask people to do is to write down some simple things every day as they go through the program. For example, writing down 10 positive things that have happened to you in your day.
Mm-hmm.
And you might think, oh, that sounds a little bit, oh, that's easy. But actually, I'm looking for small things, 10 really small things. And the example always that I give is that lovely feeling in the morning when I get up and no one else has got up in the house. And I go down and I put the hob light on over the gas cooker, and I turn the gas cooker on, and then I have a whistling kettle. And the kettle whistles, and it's my first sort of cup of tea. So that's the kind of things I'm looking for, these small things that tell our brain that regardless of what's going on, we don't need big things to give us that feeling of validation and gratitude.
Okay.
So everybody who goes through my programs ends up having to do that as a key concept. And I thought, initially, wouldn't it be great for them to have something during the program to jot that down in? So I was thinking about some kind of workbook that people could have. And then it really got me thinking about what are some key things that if you did them every day, but it was nice and simple, would really help you to get that positive mindset started to switch on. And so from that, we came up with the journal. And the journal is, so for those of you, if you can see, just try to show you, is nice and thin. This is a 30-day journal, and 30 days is long enough to sort of create a habit and get your mindset thinking. But it isn't too long that you feel like you've got to keep going at it. It feels very, very achievable. So it's nice and thin. And what we have on each day, you have this page where you're collecting very simple things. So you're collecting your 10 positives, you're collecting your top achievement of the day, which could be as simple as finding an item that you'd lost. That's always an achievement. A mindful moment. So a mindful moment is perhaps something you've read, something that's caught your eye, because when you're mindful, you're in the present. So you're really taking notice, and we don't often do that. So that's the mindful moment you're having. And then reconnecting with you, so some you time. What have you done in order to get some time in for you during the day? Is it that first cup of tea in the morning before the household wakes up or whatever? And then the final one is connections. I'm a very, very big advocate, especially during the reconnection program, that human contact is vital. Human contact, not this is lovely, but this isn't to me human contact even. No. So I'm talking about, again, small things. I'm talking about when you go into the coffee shop to buy that coffee, you look up from your phone and you say hello and you smile, and then they generally smile back. Or you go to the newsagents and you buy your paper, or you take the dog for a walk and you make eye contact with another dog walker. So it's three things, three people that you've actually had human contact with on your day. And the idea is that you fill it in every day for 30 days. So nice and simple. What we've also got is a lovely explanation. So there's a very simple page at the beginning that just tells you what you've got to do and why. But also some thoughts, just one page of questions where you are thinking. So it says, what drew you to this journal? What change are you looking to make in your life? And when will you take time to complete this journal? So that when you've done it, at the end of 30 days, you can do a bit of a review. So that's kind of the project that we've been working on. And it's been really interesting to think about what I'm going to include. What are the things that will really help people change their mindset, but are simple enough that people won't feel like, oh, I've got to sit down and do that journal, you know, and it's going to be really complicated.
I really like that, Ali, because the same as we both have very busy lives, we've got very busy children, and often we are on the back burner, you know, actually anything for you. So how long would you say at the end of each day, how long would that take me to complete?
I think that this would take you, once you've got into the habit, no more than 10 minutes.
So like a before bedtime, kind of reflecting on the day. So instead of perhaps scrolling down your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed, actually your phone goes down and you think about your day. And I guess what it makes you do is during the day is actually a bit more mindful during the day. So once you've started, I guess you will start thinking, oh, I could write that down tonight.
Exactly.
Oh, you know, while you're having that sip of your tea, what a lovely moment, you know, of that quiet. You can maybe hear the birds outside. So you start perhaps a bit more reflection during the day as well as at the end of the day.
Definitely. And I recommend initially that you start doing this before you go to bed, because it's a lovely way, as you say, to end your day. But it's a nice A5 size. So you can pop that into your bag and you can carry it around with you. And if something really comes into your mind, you can jot it down. And then still take time at the end of the day to do what you said, switch off the phone. And even if you've done most of it during the day, take time to read it, because then when you sleep, your brain is going to sleep having focused on wonderful, positive things. And we don't spend a lot of time normally thinking about positives, but we spend a lot of time thinking about what we could have done, should have done, didn't do, that got on our nerves. So it's a lovely way to end your day, but it's easy enough for you to carry around.
And the bit that you put in about at the beginning of the journal, where you've got the points of self-reflection, presumably that means then even if someone hadn't come across you before or wasn't in one of your groups, the book is self-explanatory enough that you could buy it as a gift for somebody. You don't need to have any connection with yourself. Obviously it would be great if you did, but actually you could buy it as a present for somebody.
Although people who go through the reconnection program, which is 6 weeks, 6 sessions over a 10-week period, although they complete this, you don't have to do that. So as you say, you can just read the short piece at the beginning and you can just do this at your own pace. You can do this when you want to do it, and it is completely standalone, which is why it's so great.
I love it. Thank you ever so much for taking us through that. And I love the front of it, because I think when you've got something really beautiful, it makes you want to touch it and to pay attention to it even more.
Yeah, I've had a lot of great comments. So I have to say, there's the cover again, and it's nice and light. You know, it's a paperback, but the cover was designed by Tara Goldsmith of Free Range Print and Design, and I think she did a lovely job and really kind of got the concept of what the Reconnection program was about. And you know, the inside is just really beautiful, simple, pages are nice and clean, you know, they're not cluttered, so it's really easy for people to do themselves.
And at the end of that 30-day period, or longer if you choose to do it over a more extended period, how would you hope someone might feel at the end of that 30 days?
The feedback I've had from people who've gone through previous trials of this is they have started to be more mindful of positive things. They've started to have a more positive mindset. They've realised that they've had days when they've, you know, had low days. We all have low days. But they've started to realise that every day good things happen. Mm-hmm. And so it's really given them a lift. This isn't a replacement for therapy, you know, it is just a simple tool to help get you started. But everyone who's gone through it has said that by the end of the 30 days, they have got a slightly different perspective of how they're seeing the world. One thing I did want to mention, which is nice and fun, is just at the back, there's some great pages. So you've got your doodles, little space for a mind map of dreams, your goal list, who's in your support network, listing of your best books, a bit of a what I know is, what thoughts, and some colouring.
Love it, because I find sometimes when I'm reflecting, loads of things actually pop into my head. So I like the fact that you can then just, you don't have to think, oh, I must write that down tomorrow. You can actually just jot it down as you're doing it as well.
Yeah, so if you've been somewhere on your journey and that's perhaps on day 19, but you want to remember, you can put that under your favourite places. If something an article or a book has drawn attention and you don't want to sift through 30 days and think, what was the name of that book? You can pop it under your best books or your network. Those are people in your support network. So maybe you made a connection with somebody and you want to remember who that connection is because you want to keep contact with them. There's a place for that as well. So you can start to organise your thoughts as well.
Love it. And lastly, Ali, where can we get it? How can we get it? And how much is it?
So really easy now, on the www.BeMoore.uk page, right on the front page, scroll down a little bit and you will find the ability to buy it directly off the home page. You just click on PayPal and you do it through PayPal and we'll post it out to you wherever you are now. So it's available wherever you are, globally, I guess. And it is priced at $9.99, which I think is a pretty good bargain.
I love it. And I can already think in my head people that actually I think that's a really nice gift for as well. I'd like it for myself, but I also think some people that I think is something really nice just to have and shows people that you're thinking of them as well.
It's a lovely thing because it really is about helping somebody to gain that positive mindset, and so I think anything that you give somebody which helps them along that journey is really thoughtful, to get something that says, I think you'd enjoy doing this, and I think that this is going to help you. And the great thing is that on the 1st of November we've been working really hard in the background, as you know. The book with all of the theory and the Reconnection program activities is going to be published. I know, through Cavalcade Books. So what I would suggest is get your journal, start having a work through, really enjoy the journal, and then very soon the book is going to be out, and lots of questions about the theory and the science and all the, people love all of that background information.
I love it, all the background behind it.
All of that is going to be included in the book Reconnect Your Life.
Brilliant. Well, what we'll do is we will put the links to everything on the video, and we'll also put the link to your Reconnection program, Ali, because if that sounds like the kind of thing that actually people might be interested in, it would be good if they can have a look as well on your website.
Fantastic. And you get a copy of the journal free. with the Reconnection program. So you get to do that as you work alongside me as well. And we can do the Reconnection program face to face, obviously via video call. So again, it doesn't matter where you are, we can make it work for you.
I love that. And just for those people that don't know where you are, Ali, you're based just near Bedford, aren't you?
I am based near Bedford. So I'm about 30 miles outside of London. We have our own beautiful therapy room here, so you can come and take some time out. But lots of people I speak to via Zoom, via Skype. So support is available, throughout.
Wonderful. Thank you ever so much for taking us through that today.
Oh, thanks, Jen. It's nice to be interviewed.
I know, it makes a nice change, doesn't it?
Lovely. Well, thank you for doing that.
Oh, welcome. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.